with Eric Glenn. Tom Rudabush with Eric Glenn before the Hard Rockers take on Chadron State here this afternoon, RMAC basketball. And Eric, had fans talking last night, another very exciting game. This time you came out in overtime with the victory. 3-1 in overtime game, so let's go for another one today.
Well, I'll be okay with that as long as it turns out the same. Our two previous really close games like that, obviously, we fallen short. We talked about not falling short of the best key areas. And we did that last night. And we were able to not have one area really bad for us. We were able to seem to be steady. And then we talked about we had to go out. If we're going to win a game like that, we were going to have to go and earn it and make a play. And that's what we did. We came out and made a play.
Troy Brady is certainly one of your best shooters. Came down with that three-point shot at the buzzer. Talk about what Troy brings to the team and how he goes in.
Well, obviously, he's not only one of the best shooters on our team, but the best shooters in the conference. And what he does for us is he really spreads the floor. You have to have a guy on him at all times. It really opens up the middle for our bigger guys and for Alec on the penetration. Anytime you help off him, he's going to make it big. But what I've really been happy with is he's starting to expand his game. He's starting to do some things off the dribble. He's starting to understand how to get to space. He's not the biggest guy, so he can't go inside and really go against big guys on a drive and stuff. And so he's starting to figure those things out, and I think we're starting to see a lot more confidence from him.
I've noticed too, he seems to be kind of an interesting guy with the ball. Head fakes, jukes with his body, and he really makes the defenders kind of difficult to defend at the time. He takes that being faked out several times.
Well, I think that kind of comes with the territory when you are the biggest guy on the floor. You've got to come up with those kind of things. And probably do them a little bit better than other people do. And he's not probably the most athletic guy out there, and so he does a lot for the gifts that he has.
Defensively again, how would you rate your effort last night?
Oh, I really thought it was fantastic. But once again, we held a team about 14 points below their average in regulation. Held with 35% shooting, which is an unbelievable stat for us. And so I was really impressed with our guys when they stepped up. Again, obviously Kamani did a great job on their lead scorer, but Troy Brady did a tremendous job on Carter. Carter had 20 points, but he had a high volume doing it and very low percentage. And I'll take that every day when we get that kind of combination.
Talk about those last few seconds after they tied the game up, about 4 seconds to go. What was it? The players knew what you wanted to do, so what was your strategy?
Well, I go back to my college coach. Our college coach always said players make plays. And, at that point in time, you just want the ball in the player maker's hands. And that's when we got it into Mitch. Mitch had the presence of mind to be going down the floor. And I think we might have seen that happen before, kind of the other way around. But I think we learned from that, and we kind of flipped it the other way around. He took it down hard down the floor. 4.6 seconds is a lot of time. And so he was able to get down the floor. He drew 2 defenders, found Troy on a wide open look, and that's what's history. That is.
Talk about Chadron this afternoon, what kind of team they have. They're certainly improved over the last couple of 3 years.
Yeah, they're super athletic, very talented team. They've had some 3 transfers in that really helped them get out this year. They've got some good depth, although they may have some issues with that today. A couple guys might be out. But they're still very strong in some key areas, specifically at the point guard spot. And their posts are still very deep. And so I like our posts. I think we got good matchups, but they're going to bring more than what we have at that spot. And so our guys are going to have to really buck up and fight through on the second day.
Hard Rockers, Chadron State. The opening tip-off is moments away here on Rocker TV at Stretch Internet on GoRockers.com. Welcome back to Goodell Gym on the School of Mines campus with Tom Mann, Adam Thompson alongside tonight. give us scores throughout the game of other RMAC Conference games. This is Tom Rudebush, and tonight the Hard Rockers will try to make it 2 in a row for just the second time this season. Back to open the season, the Hard Rockers won their first 2 games right here on this Goodell Gymnasium floor as they beat Texas A&M Kingsville and Texas A&M International. Since then, the Hard Rockers have not been able to win back-to-back games. They have that opportunity tonight as they take on Chadron State. Tech winning last night 70-67 in overtime when Troy Brady hit a 3-point shot at the buzzer to provide the Hard Rockers with the win. It was a tough night for Chadron State. They lost up at Black Hills last night, 82-62. Really had trouble shooting the ball in that game. But Chadron is a much improved team over the last few years. They come into this game, they're 10-10 overall in the season, but 8-6 in RMAC Conference play, coached by Houston Reed. The Hard Rockers, 9-13 overall in the season, 6-8 now in the RMAC, coached by Eric Glenn, longtime assistant for 13 years, his first year as the Hard Rocker head coach. Tom, Hard Rockers gained, I think, a little momentum last night, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Hard Rockers win this game today.
Like I said earlier in the afternoon, I expect the Hard Rockers to win this game. I just, the way things are going and the confidence they're getting, I think they're just going to get better and better as a basketball team, and if they can stay healthy and continue to play together, they'll have a chance to be a sleeper in the RMAC Conference, especially if they can work their way into that season-ending tournament.
Hard Rockers averaging 68 points coming into the game, giving up 70, while Chadron State scoring 73.5 and giving up 74. Hard Rocker defense and Chadron's defense, both pretty good. Chadron, a much better defensive team than we've seen in the past. They're allowing their opponents only 44% shooting from the floor. The Hard Rockers are allowing their opponents 43%. And so it's a pretty even stat matchup as you go through all the stats. School of Mines beat Chadron State last year twice, 88-85. The last game of the season last year. Yeah, that was a triple overtime win down in Chadron. While the School of Mines won here on December 15th of 17, 66-52. So the Hard Rockers coming up with 2 wins over Chadron last year. The starting lineups are coming up. That will come right after we hear our national anthem. Okay, for Chadron State, they're going to start this way. Colby Jackson, a 5'9 junior out of Las Vegas. He's averaging 11 points per game. Deontay Champion, a 6'7 senior out of Pearl, Mississippi. Champion averaging 12.1 per game, also leads the team with 5.7 rebounds. Jeremy Ruffin, 6'5 senior out of Chicago. Ruffin averaging 8.4 points per game. I'm sorry, Ruffin leads the Chadron State team in rebounding at 7.1. Champion second at 5.7. We have Walker Andrew, a 6'6 sophomore, Littleton, Colorado. Starting for the Eagles, 3.3 points per game. And Jordan Mills, a 6'3 junior, Alliance, Nebraska. And Mills averaging 3.5 points per game. Chadron State, again, 8-6 in conference play. For Hard Rockers, Troy Brady, a 6'1 sophomore, Highlands Ranch, Colorado, 9.7 points per game. Alec Williams, 5'11 junior from Albany, Georgia. Alec averaging 13.3 per game. Damani Hayes, 6'5 freshman, Mankato, Minnesota. Hayes averaging 9.1 points per game. Logan Ellers, a 6'7 junior from New Zealand. Logan averaging 11.6 points per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, Mitchell Suker, the 6'9 redshirt freshman out of Marshall, Minnesota. Mitchell averaging 12.9 points per game. Well, that was a nice little ceremony. Alex Reeder is the young man that is wheelchair bound, and he's become an official member of the Hard Rocker program. His birthday today, and they had a little ceremony for him before the game. Well, Tom, I think, again, I'm excited, as I was against New Mexico Highlands last week. Great game. Hard Rockers fell in the last seconds in that game by 3. Yesterday we saw another really good basketball game. Hard Rockers beat a good Metro State team, and tonight Chadron State much improved. And we talked last night about since game 1, we went to game 2, went to game 3, on to game 10, on to game 15, on to game whatever. We've seen improvement. We've seen consistent improvement in the Hard Rocker team.
I think the biggest thing with Coach Glenn's team now is they've learned how to win in a tight basketball game. They've won, those 2 overtime wins are huge, but this last overtime win was huge for the Hard Rockers, and it's something that I think that will carry them on as the rest of the season progresses.
Now you can watch the Hard Rockers being introduced here at Goodell Gym. Adam, do you have a final score in that Black Hill State women's game?
69-54, Metro State by 15.
Is that what that hieroglyphics is?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
69-54? Shadron's got some big guys out
Yeah,
there, Tom.
they-
Look, physical and athletic. Charles Gavin is going to jump for the Eagles against Mitchell Suker.
Hopefully we'll get this game started here in a little bit, huh?
Well, I think that's why we're all here. And the Hard Rockers get it to start things off. Alec Williams to Mitchell Suker to Troy Brady, the hero last night. Brady out on top to Suker. Ellers makes his move to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. He had a physical attempt there, but Gavin cleared the rebound for the Eagles. Jackson to the front court. Ruffin. Back out it goes. Champion. Shot clock running down. Ruffin's shot spins out. Hayes gets the rebound. Alec Williams up the near wing. Top of the key. Drives to the basket. Being called for traveling. Here is Colby Jackson. Off it goes to Ruffin, and they work it to the far side. Champion to Jackson. Pass knocked back to him by Williams. Mills has it from 15. Williams comes up with the loose ball. Alec into the front court. To Mitchell Suker, over into the corner to Hayes. Monty gets it out to Ellers. Brady on the near side. Here's a pass from Suker into Ellers. The jump hook is good.
Boy, it's good to see Logan is so aggressive inside early in this basketball game. Get his confidence going early.
Eagles with Champion. Near side, a three-pointer by Jackson, partially blocked by Alec Williams. It goes out of bounds, and the Hard Rockers have the ball. Here's Suker. Into Brady. And up the floor to Suker. Suker all the way to the basket, lost the ball, but is fouled.
You could tell Mitchell about when he got to about half court, his eyes lit up and he was going to take the ball to the rim.
Charles Gavin picks up the foul, his first. One thing about Suker that has impressed me, a lot of things have, but very focused on the floor. He doesn't let things distract him very much. He's very focused.
And, you know, the other thing I like about Mitchell is you can really tell he just loves to play the game too.
And he wants to play it well. He wants to excel. Hard Rockers 4, Eagles nothing to start the game here. Jackson into the front court. Loose ball, Brady comes away with it. Troy to the basket.
Yeah, that's a nice move. He got a Euro step there on that play.
Yes, he did. 6-0 Hard Rockers. Down low, it's Mills. Has it stripped out of his hands. And it's recovered by Jackson. Shadron struggling here in the opening seconds of this game, and they're going to reset the shot clock. I think they want to check the shot clock because they reset it, even though there really wasn't a change of possession on the far side of the floor. So they're going to go to the video.
How much is this?
When you come back in your second life, Tom, I want you to come back as either replay official in the NFL or in college basketball?
I think I'd be pretty doggone good at it.
What did you see there?
That's a waste of time.
So they're still looking at the clock on the replay tape at the scoring table across the court from us. 17-16 to play, and the Hard Rockers in this first half have jumped off to a 6-0 lead. 16 seconds is going to be on the shot clock. Gavin will throw it in. Gets it into Champion, now over to Jackson. Mills, over to Champion, way out beyond the arc. Jackson with 5 on the shot clock. Jackson draws the foul as he goes up against Suker. You know, that's one area, that maybe the only area Mitchell's going to learn when not to foul.
Yeah. And he could have contested that shot and didn't have to foul.
The foul wasn't even on him, it was on Alec Williams.
Okay, good job, Mitchell.
That was a heck of a defensive play. Free throw is good for Jackson.
I tell you what, Jackson against Williams in the backcourt is going to be a pretty good little matchup tonight.
Jackson averaging 11 points per game, 84% free throw shooter for the Eagles. 6-2 Hard Rockers. Here comes Alec Williams down the floor, turnover. Turnover the other way.
Back and forth turnovers.
Houston Reed is a little upset about some things here early in this game. Houston's a big guy. Good guy, but he is a big man.
Looks like he played tight end in the NFL.
Here's Mitchell Suker for the Hard Rockers, dribbling to the front court. Guarded closely by Ruffin, and Ruffin's finally going to get a bumping foul. He says it was just good defense. Ruffin gets his second team foul on the Eagles. Hard Rockers pass it in with Alec Williams. Damani Hayes. Pass tipped. Out of bounds. Hard Rocker ball 17 on the shot clock. Here's Brady. And his pass is knocked out of bounds by Jackson. 11 on the shot clock.
Well, you can really tell the Shadow State likes to get after it defensively. I mean, they are hounding the Hard Rockers.
Well, they're a much better defensive team than they've been over the years. Here's Alec Williams with 6 on the shot clock. Wide open, Suker for 3.
You see, Shadow State took the chance. They double teamed off the ball screen and left Suker wide open. Mitchell knocks it down.
22nd three-pointer for Suker. Hard Rockers with a 9-2 lead here early. Champion. Left of the lane, Ruffin from 17. Jeremy Ruffin's first points tonight, 6'5" senior, 8.4 per game. Hard Rockers lead by 5 as Alec Williams comes up the floor near the sideline. Alec into the front court. Slides to his knees, gets the ball over to Suker. Look at that move. Oh, goodness.
That's big time.
7 points for Suker, and it's 11-4 the Hard Rockers. Gavin, jump hook right hand. Suker rebounds. Suker's got 7 points. Hard Rockers leading 11-4. Here's Brady. Damani Hayes to the basket. Off to Elders for the easy layup.
What a nice dish by Damani Hayes.
So it's 13-4. Hard Rockers. There's a block there by Hayes. Ball out of bounds. Hard Rockers, great defense on that possession. So we have a timeout with 14:37 to play in the first half. And it's a 13-4 lead for the Hard Rockers. Good start for the Hard Rockers, Tom, as they've taken a 13-4 lead, and Suker,
he's just playing with a lot of confidence. Kind of, well, he redshirted, but it's kind of hard to believe he's just a freshman.
you can redshirt Tom and practice maybe with the team, but that's not like playing in games. And for him to get into the game so quickly this year and do so many things, he's got 3 more years to go.
Yeah, and the other, I think the biggest thing that he did in that redshirt year is gain a lot of strength, because that transition from high school to college basketball, a lot of times it's just pure strength. And you can see that Mitchell's done a nice job of getting ready to become a complete basketball player at the college level.
And Damani Hayes, nobody was expecting him to start this his freshman year. They knew he was going to be a good player, but he's forged his way. What a feed he had to Ellers for that easy layup. And then you've got some of the Hard Rocker returnees like Ellers, who's a great rebounder, and Brady, and Fiddler, and Dixon, and Anastasi rounding out everything. So the Eagles have the ball, and they have it out on top with Jackson. He'll fire up a 3. That barely caught the front of the rim, and Ellers gets the rebound. Here comes Suker. To Ellers. Brady. To Ellers. He's right underneath. Triple team, gets it off to Suker.
Yeah.
15-4 Hard Rockers.
Great start for the Rockers.
Eagles move the ball around quickly with Champion having it. Out beyond the arc. Now pulls up for a 2-pointer. Not good, and Alec Williams rebounds. Williams front court. Out to Ellers. Ellers gets the ball to Hayes. Hayes to the basket. There's Damani. He's got his first 2 tonight. 17-4. The Hard Rockers with 13:20 to play in this first half. An unbelievable start, playing just fantastic basketball. 7 of 9 shots from the floor for the Hard Rockers here in the first half, and they'll get a foul there. Damani Hayes picks up his first, second team foul on the Hard Rockers. Hard Rockers 7 of 9, 78%. Chadron 1 of 8, 12.5%. You know what that all adds up to? A 17-4 Hard Rocker lead.
15-point lead for the Rock.
And we're going to have a foul on the Hard Rockers again. Jacob Anastasi's into the game for the Hard Rockers for Alec Williams. Tristan Von Nita picks up the foul, his first. Tristan out of Fort Collins is 6'10". Missed shot inside, and Suker has the rebound. Troy Brady for the Hard Rockers. Out on top to Von Nita. Over to Anastasi. Pass to Suker. Anastasi's open. He's going to fire the 3. Not good. Rebound tipped away from Suker. Eagles come back. Baseline drive for Sparks. He throws it back out. Now they get a nice pass inside. Can't score though, and Suker rebounds. Anastasi for the Hard Rockers, 6'4" senior, the only active senior on the roster for the Hard Rockers out of Mesa
Arizona gets it to Brady, out on top to Hayes. Over it goes to Anastasi. Far side to Brady. Gives it to Suker. Double team. Anastasi's open again. Missed it again. Rebound to the floor. Von Nita gets it. Brady fires a three. That's not good. Damani Hayes with the rebound. Suker fires a three and makes it.
Now he needs a timeout. There's no question about that. Hard Rockers, that's as good a start to a basketball game as we've seen in a long time for the Hard Rockers.
That's as good a basketball as we've seen for several years on this floor, Tom. They are absolutely dominating Chadron State, which came in with an 8-6 conference record, 20-4, with 11:38 to play here in the first half, and the Hard Rockers shooting 61.5%, 8 of 13. They're holding Chadron State to 1 of 10 from the floor. Rebounds, 11-3, favoring the School of Mines. Wow. And in turnovers, the Hard Rockers have 2 and the Eagles have 2. Individually, let's check out Mitchell Suker so far in this first half. 4 of 4 from the field. 2 of 2 on his three-point attempts. 2 of 2 on his free throws. 4 rebounds, 1 offensive, 3 defensive, 1 assist.
He's doing it all. You know, the thing that I thought watching the first 7-8 minutes against the press, Mitchell Suker, if they need somebody to bring the ball up against the press, if they're not going to put a lot of pressure on, it's Mitchell, and he handles the ball really well for a 6'8". He's probably a prototype 3-type player, small forward, but he's 6'8", and he can shoot it and he can handle it.
You know, I think you're starting to see here in these last few games, Tom. We talked about the Hard Rockers developing, but you're beginning to see a team that you can see the future may be very, very bright.
Yeah. Coach Glenn isn't afraid to play a lot of players either. He's got 3 new faces on the floor.
Jack Fiddler's into the game, 6'4" junior, just over 3 points a game for Jack. Ruffin gets it inside, missed the layup there for Bang, but the rebound taken by Andrew. Out it goes Jackson. Free throw line, Ruffin couldn't shoot. What Hard Rocker defense here. They're making Chadron work so hard every possession. Here's Jackson, free throw line jumper, not good. Offensive rebound, not good by Bang, and the rebound by Von Nita. Chadron 1 of 13 from the floor.
They've had some good looks inside, they can't convert.
Anastasi is fouled. 3rd team foul on the Eagles and the first foul on Colby Jackson. Suker gets it into Anastasi. Suker to Hayes. Suker. Not good on his attempt this time. He was standing right on the arc. Andrew. Ruffin. They're watching him pretty close. 3-pointer misses by Sparks. And here comes Hayes. Damani out to Anastasi. Fiddler. Jack, who can shoot that 3. To Von Nita to Hayes from 18. That's off to the left and rebounded by Ruffin. Chadron attacks. And going all the way down the floor for an attempted layup. Missing it is Trey Pilatke. Pilatke, a 5'10" freshman out of Gillette. He's at the free throw line to shoot 2. And he misses misses his first attempt. Hard Rock is making several substitutions here. Aladke was 4 out of 6 free throws before he missed that one. 1.2 points per game, hasn't played a lot of minutes. Averages about 8 minutes a game. So he's been in there. He nets the second free throw. 20-5, Hard Rockers. Trey Smith into the game for the Hard Rockers. Alec Williams, Wilfred Dixon, Logan Ehlers, and Jack Fiddler as Williams misses that stretch layup. Here's a three-pointer from the corner, good for the Eagles, Jacob Jefferson. That's his 10th three-pointer of the year. They're applying some pressure now on the inbounds pass from Trey Smith. Gets it to Ehlers, quickly to Williams. Alec going down against Haladke, and they're going to call a foul on Haladke. That seemed to be a little ticky-tacky there, Tom.
Didn't affect the play, and they make a call. Never understood that.
I just thought he was running down the floor against Alec. So Haladke picks up the foul, his first, the team's fourth. Hard Rockers play it into Fiddler on the far side in front of the Chadron State coach. Here's Trey Smith. Jack was probably happy that Houston Reed wasn't defending him. Wilfred Dixon's shot is blocked out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock with 9 minutes left here in this first half. How tall would you think Houston Reed is? 6'5"? Probably 250?
265, 6'5".
He's a good guy, and like I said, big guy. Here's Alec Williams, the Hard Rockers. Everybody finding open spots. 22-8. Ruffin. Over it goes to Andrew. Sparks to Haladke. Haladke gets a second foul.
Offensive foul, pushed off, trying to get open.
Chadron looks really frustrated right now. And you can't blame him. Like you said, Tom, they've had some good shots, haven't been able to convert. They trail by 14. Trey Smith gets the ball into Ehlers, and here comes Williams. Look at him go! Williams!
Yeah. They don't have an answer for Alec right now, but they're going to have to put Jackson back in the game.
24-8, the Hard Rockers leading. In the corner, ball tipped out of bounds by the Hard Rockers defensively. Alec Williams took the inbounds pass from Trey Smith, and he was off. I guess Ehlers got the inbounds pass, but then he got it.
Logan threw a great pass to Alec, and Alec knew what to do with it and how to finish.
Here's Jefferson, gives it off to Jackson. Jacob Jefferson gets the rebound. He's got 5. And it comes to Ehlers, down the floor to Fiddler. Alec Williams sets up the Hard Rocker offense. And he's fouled. Colby Jackson will pick up his second. Boy, you're absolutely on target, Tom. They cannot handle Alec Williams.
No, and I thought Jackson would give the same type of game to Chadron State, but the Hard Rockers, especially Alec, are doing a nice job of kind of basically slowing Jackson down.
So Alec Williams will throw it in. 16 fouls on the Eagles now. Suker back into the game with Williams, Fiddler, Ehlers, and Dixon, and a foul is called as Alec Williams took it to the hoop. He's listed as 5'11".
He's a good 5'10" and a half.
They gave him an extra half inch probably, but he can jump. He can accelerate to the basket. We're going to have a timeout here with 7:53 to play in the first half, and the Hard Rockers leading 24-10. Let's see what scores we have. Colorado Mines 30, New Mexico Highlands 17 in women's play at half. That's no surprise. That's the only other score we've got right now. Although the Black Hills State men should be underway too. Hard Rockers are 10 of 19 from the floor for 52.6%. Chadron State, Tom, 3 of 17 for 17.6%. Hard Rockers have the rebounding edge 14 to 9. And in the turnover department, Hard Rockers have 2 and the Eagles have 3. Couple of other scores, Tom, in women's play.
Halftime, Adams State leads Dixie 28-22, and in the third quarter, Regis and Western are tied at 32 apiece.
Those are women's conference RMAC games. So Alec Williams hits his first free throw. Alec's got 5 points now. 13.3 points per game to lead the Hard Rockers in scoring. Suker is second at 12.9. Alec hits both free throws. He was shooting 71%. It's got 6 points, and the Hard Rockers lead now 26 to 10. Here's Jackson. Three-pointer, Jefferson. Second three-pointer of this first half for Jacob Jefferson. He's got 11 now on the season. Fiddler back to Suker, who's on the floor with Williams, Dixon, and Ellers. Suker down the floor. Jack Fiddler. Suker off to Dixon. Williams was short on that three-point attempt, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be Eagle ball. 7:08 left in this first half. Another update.
Colorado Christian at half leads Mesa 27-16. And Fort Lewis at halftime leads Westminster 33-29. So the top two teams in the conference trail at halftime in women's basketball in the RMAC.
Those are interesting. All the RMAC action started at 5 or 5:30 except for our games and the games up at Black Hills. As Jefferson hits another
Jefferson's
jumper.
hot right now.
He's got 10. Hard Rockers lead 26-15. Alec Williams into the front court. Oh my!
Yeah.
They're not going to count it though. They're going to call a foul on Williams. Oh my, that was such a tremendous basket, but they're going to give the foul to Alec Williams on a charge, his second. Back come the Eagles with Jackson. Colby Jackson, guarded by Williams. Near side to Ruffin. Into Jefferson. He takes the baseline, and Suker knocks it out of his hands. Alec Williams comes back. Williams throws pass too far ahead of Suker, and the Hard Rockers turn it over. 6:16 left in the half.
It's an important part of this first half of the Hard Rockers. They can't let Chadron kind of sneak back into this basketball game after playing so well the first 12 minutes.
Jackson looks inside for Jefferson, gets it back to Hladky. He gets it to Ruffin down low. Cross-court pass in the corner to Jackson. Jackson gets it into Ruffin. Left of the lane against Ellers. Ruffin to the basket and in. Good, tough, physical basket there. Jeremy Ruffin has 4. And the Hard Rocker lead is 9. Mitchell Suker dribbles it. Takes it down low, turns. Foul. Suker will have 2 free throws. Jefferson picks up the foul, his first. 18 fouls on the Eagles. Hard Rockers' largest lead in this game was 26 to 10, with 7:53 to play in the first half. Zucker's second one. And he hits it. So the Hard Rockers lead 27-17. Here's Jackson against Troy Brady, who just re-entered the game. Jackson again. Back out on top. A three-point attempt is not good for Andrew, and the rebound by the Hard Rockers, and Hayes gets it to Williams. Alec fakes the jumper, gets it into Ellers. Corner, Zucker's wide open. Well, I don't know what more you can say.
You just keep it rolling, Mitchell.
30-17, the Hard Rocker lead back up to 13. It was 9 moments ago. Mills gets it to Jackson. Free throw circle. Andrew, he'll shoot it from there. And Alec Williams comes up with the rebound as Andrew went to the floor. Three-pointer, top of the key, not good. And a good rebound there taken down by Mills. Shadron back with Jackson. Out to Sparks from 12 in the free throw lane. He gets it to roll in. Sparks has his first two. He averages 11.7 on the season. Hard Rockers 30, Eagles 19 as we approach 4 minutes to play in the first half. Zucker for three. Misses this one. Mills got the rebound. Here's Jackson. Inside to Jefferson, and Ellers is going to get a foul. Logan knew it.
Logan didn't want to get scored on, so he was going to foul no matter what.
Sixteen fouls for the Hard Rockers now with 3:48 to play in the first half.
A lot of halftime scores in women's basketball games.
We'll look at those at halftime. Ryan Larson's going to join us at halftime, the Hard Rocker head women's coach.
The Yellow Jacket men lead 9-6. 11:43 left in the first half up in Spearfish.
You know, the Yellow Jacket men, if they could win tonight, would go to 10-5, and they would really have a shot at a home playoff game if they could continue the run. 8 conference games left for the teams going into tonight's play. And the Hard Rockers, if
5 on the road, huh?
win tonight, playoffs?
Playoffs!
We could talk a little playoffs, maybe. Now, there's still some obstacles to go, but the Hard Rockers could win tonight. They'd be in much better position to make a run, although they have 4 consecutive road games coming up. To New Mexico Highlands, CSU Pueblo, to Shadron, and to Denver, MSU Denver. So
it's going to be a good stretch for both programs.
It'll probably decide whether they really have a chance or not. Here's a shot inside for Ruffin and a basket. Ruffin has 6 points. 30-21. Rockers by 9. Brady's loose and gets an easy layup. Troy's second basket this afternoon, this evening, and he's got 4. Ruffin. Champion over on the far side to Jackson. Champion. Sparks hits a free throw lane jumper from just inside the free throw line. He's got 4. Damani Hayes for the Hard Rockers with 3 minutes to play here in the first half, and the Hard Rockers by 9. Zucker hands it off to Brady. Ellers gets it off to Williams, back to Zucker. Damani Hayes in the corner. Out to Ellers. Gets Brady, baseline 17 feet, not good, and the rebound coming down to Gavin. Here come the Eagles with Sparks. He hits a three-pointer. It counts, and Troy Brady pick up the foul. Boy, what a shot by Sparks.
He's got 7 points in the last couple minutes for the Eagles.
And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game, Tom, and a free throw for Sparks, who shoots 87% from the line. That's his 45th three-pointer of the season for Shadron. That leads their team. And he makes the free throw. So how do you like this? 32-27, the Hard Rocker lead 5 points. Alec Williams into the front court with 2:24 to play in the half. Damani Hayes. Bad pass, tipped away, out of bounds. Hard Rockers retain possession. There's 13 seconds on the shot clock. Damani passes in from the near side to Alec Williams. Drives, baseline pass, Suker is fouled. Mitchell has a couple of free throws coming up. Mitchell must have been hit in the nose or something, or had a little cut on his face. He's got a little repair done on his face there. Bandage. Here's the free throw for Mitchell Suker, and it's good. That foul on Haladki is his third for Shadron. Third foul on Haladki. Free throw for Suker is good. 34-27. Ball passed back out to Ruffin. And a foul on Troy Brady.
See, their Hard Rockers need a couple need a couple baskets. They got
1:54 left in the half. Hard Rockers leading 34-27. Their largest lead of the half was 26-10. One free throw coming up here. Not good as Sparks misses it. And we have a foul called. No, it's out of bounds off of Shadron. Jack Fiddler in for Troy Brady. Suker, Williams, Fiddler, Ehlers, and Damani Hayes. Ehlers to Suker. Look at him go down the floor. Look at that move. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he gets a teammate to get the offensive rebound, and then Damani is tied up.
Shadron's ball.
1:42 left in the half.
That would be the last shot that Mitchell Suker took, would be the true definition of a teardrop.
18 points for Suker in this first half. Eagles hanging in there, and they fought their way back into it. Here's Jackson out beyond the arc. Free throw circle to Ruffin. Back out it comes to Sparks. To Ruffin on the left lane. Fade away. Oh my goodness, from 18 feet.
It's a tough shot.
Jeremy Ruffin has 8 points for the Eagles, and they close to within 5. Suker to Damani Hayes, and he is fouled on the baseline.
On the foul line.
Jefferson, his second. 1:10 left in the half. Damani Hayes has 2 points tonight. He's 66% from the free throw line on the season. Damani hits the first free throw. He is second on the team in rebounding. Ellers at 6.4 and Damani at 6.3. And a good battle there for the team rebound lead. Rebound by Ruffin. Hayes remains at 3 points. Hard Rockers have a 6-point lead. Jackson goes right of the lane, feeds it off to Champion, and he is fouled by Damani Hayes. So that's second foul on Damani Hayes. Champion at the free throw line. Champion 65% on the season, and that's his first point tonight. And he was averaging 12.1 per game coming in to lead the Eagles in scoring. One of their 3 double-figure scores. Leads the second on the team in rebounding, 5.7. He misses the second free throw. And the Hard Rocker lead is 5. 53 seconds left in the half. With Tom Mann, this is Tom Rudebush. As Alec Williams comes into the front court, off it goes to Sukert. Ellers backs into his man, makes his move to the basket. There's that jump hook. It goes in. How do you defend that?
You can't. A hook shot's the hardest shot in the game to defend if you shoot it right.
Ellers has 6 points, and the Hard Rocker lead is 7. We're down to 27 seconds in the half. They're going to have to get a shot off with at least 5 seconds on the game clock. Jackson, top of the key. That's way off, and Wilfred Dixon gets the rebound.
Now we can play for 1 and go up at least 7, at the minimum 7 points.
Oh, Ellers trying to tip in, and that's going to end the first half.
Good half for the Hard Rockers. Good game. You know, Shadron State's going to battle back. They got a good, tough team.
Well, the Hard Rockers lead 37-30 at halftime. It was a game in which the Hard Rockers, with about 7:50 or so to go in the first half, had built up a 26-10 lead. And the Hard Rockers lead by 7 at halftime, as we'll take a look at the scoring here in the first half. So it looks like this for the Hard Rockers. Mitchell Suker, what a half he had. 18 points in the first half. He was 5 of 6 free throws. He had a couple of threes, a couple of 2-pointers. Was in the rebounding fray. And the redshirt freshman came up with 18 points in that first half. You just can't say enough about his play as a Hard Rocker, as a redshirt freshman. He's out of Marshall, Minnesota. 6 points for Logan Ellers, 6 points for Alec Williams, 4 points for Troy Brady, 3 points for Damani Hayes. A Hard Rocker total of 37 in the first half, and Suker with 18. Mitchell, by the way, was 5 of 8 from the floor overall, 3 of 4 on his 3-point shots. Hard Rockers 13 of 29 in the first half for 45%. That included 3 of 9 3-pointers or 33%. Shadron was 11 of 28 in the first half for 39%. 3 of 7 3-pointers for 43%. Their leading scorer was Jacob Jefferson with 10 points in the first half, as he hit for 4 baskets from the floor, made every shot he attempted, 2 of them 3-pointers. 8 points for Jeremy Ruffin. Ruffin was 4 out of 5 from the floor. Michael Sparks had 8 points. He was 3 out of 4 from the floor. Then we had 2 points for Colby Jackson and 1 point for Deontay Champion and 1 point for Trey Haladke. So again, it was a big shooting edge for the Hard Rockers, 45% to the Eagles' 39%. Free throws, Hard Rockers were 8 of 10, 80%. Shadron 5 of 8, 63%. Hard Rockers out-rebounded Shadron 21 to 15 in that first half, Alec Williams led with 5 boards. Suker and Hayes had 4 each. For the Eagles, they had 15 rebounds, led by Ruffin and Andrew, each with 3. Turnovers, only 4 for Chadron State, only 5 for the Hard Rockers in that first half. School of Mines outscored Chadron 20-10 in the first half in the paint. A statistic that really blows your mind, Tom. Bench scoring. Chadron got 19 points from their bench. Hard Rockers got 0 points from their bench in the first half. Largest lead for the Hard Rockers, 16 points with 11:42 to play in the first half when they led 26-10. So that's our first half statistics. Ryan Larson has joined us, the Hard Rocker women's basketball coach, and Ryan's team played very well. And Tom Mann will visit Ryan about that victory.
Once again, as our tradition at halftime of the men's basketball game, we're here to welcome head women's basketball coach of the Lady Hard Rockers, Brian Larson. And I'm sure that Coach Larson thinks we're going to have a good conversation tonight after that nice 60-45 win over Chadron State College. Coach, but I got a couple things to know, Coach, I got to talk to you about.
Let's hear it.
You win the basketball game by 15. You give up 20 offensive rebounds, and you turn it over 25 times. How does that translate?
Well,
I had to do that. So,
I'm
so happy.
I was going to get to it at some point. I really was. You know, it's the craziest stat sheet you'll ever see. But the big difference was, I mean, we hold them to 22%. We shot 41%. You know, there's the big difference. You know, I don't like the fact that we turn it over 25 times because, you know, I don't know. A third of those were probably pretty careless. You know, that I thought we just got to tighten up a little bit there. We got, you know, we started to stretch the lead a little bit, and that's kind of when those careless ones started to happen a little bit. And we, you know, we got to get over that. We got to solve that pretty quickly. You know, the offensive rebounds.
It's all about playing in that. It's tough to
Yeah.
box out in the zone.
It
you
is
really
tough.
Don't know who you.
Yeah, there is. We like to establish a rebounding triangle in our zone. In the first half, we weren't covering up the weak side very well, and I thought we did a better job of that in the second half. And then, you know, kind of like the turnovers, I think we just got, as we stretched the lead a little bit, you know, we need to get back. And this is that thing that we talk about a lot. To be a really good team, you know, you have to take care of those things all the time. That just has to be habit. It's got to be habit. But yeah, man, I told Richard Anderson, I said, you could start calling me Jim Byham Jr. the way we're running our zone right now. I mean, that was.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because you've got the anticipation of somebody, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Sam is good, but
Yeah.
Michaela Shockley.
She did a great job today.
And she
Yeah.
reads passing
Yeah.
lanes, and she understands
Yeah.
zone offenses and where the ball might go. So that's fun to watch.
Absolutely. They have a little different zone offense that, you know, kind of worried me a little bit this morning, you know, as we're going through our scout. But, you know, we did do some traditional slides that we normally made and or make, and you know, we made some tweaks, which is fun in a zone.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing I like about a zone, especially the one we're running right now, where you can make those adjustments pretty easly. And the kids did it fantastic. They adjusted those slides very, very well. We had one little mistake in the first quarter there about a little special that they run. That was the one time. And we covered that up the rest of the game. So just a tremendous job defensively. I was, you know, in the second half, Tom, I don't know, I'd like to know your thoughts, but it looked like we were finally comfortable offensively.
Yeah.
We were able to move the ball. We were able to get to our screens. We found some scoring opportunities, some drives, you know.
And the other thing is
that's
once
huge.
You hit some shots,
Yeah.
and the girls get confidence.
Yep.
And like you say, now, this is working. Let's run this
Yeah.
stuff because we're getting good shots. That
Yeah.
coach isn't as dumb as I
Yeah.
thought he was.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
I'm not very smart, but
No,
you know,
I'm talking
I
from
do
a
know basketball a
player's
little bit.
perspective.
I know what you're saying. I know they think that, but that's
No,
okay.
they know.
I've told them times before. All I gotta know is more basketball than you guys. You guys are way smarter than me. I'll admit that all day long. But all I gotta know is more basketball than you, and I do know more basketball than you guys.
Oh,
It was great.
It had to be a lot of fun, just and it was like last weekend against Highlands.
Yeah.
And now the best thing I think is now you go into practice on Monday.
Yeah, with the high.
And
Yeah.
you get it going again, and you go on the road. On the road, you can really grow close as you know that you grow
Oh, yeah.
close as a team and get better and get some things figured out. And if you had some success on the road, that's worth its weight in gold. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's just a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
the one, you know what? I say this on the air all the time. At this level, I have not, for her size, seen a better rebound
Yeah,
than Anna
I'm glad
Hall.
you brought that up.
I'm telling
17
you,
rebounds.
She is good.
Very good.
Better than good. She is as good as I've ever seen at this level rebounding and getting out and instinct for the basketball. And
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's just-
it's unbelievable.
There's kids that are just gifted rebounders that know where the ball's going to go.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman talked about that a
this
lot,
is
where he
exactly
would
what-
read
yeah.
where the ball was going off the rim, and he'd
Yeah.
go get it.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
just quick to the ball.
that absolutely, and that's one thing that we identified with Anna right away, and we were recruiting her, 4 years ago. Is man, she just, the term rebound outside your area. She does that.
Yeah.
It's just tremendous rebounder, and that was a
Yeah.
great performance by her. I very, very pleased there.
And Sammy Stefik is so disruptive in that. I mean, she had one where she was on this side of the zone, on this side of the floor, and she went over and almost got the steal on a reverse
Yeah.
pass over there.
Yep.
And
Yep.
she knew what was going to, she said, I'm not going to, my area,
Yep.
they're not going to get it to my area, but I might get
Yep.
a steal. And
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was something that we were trapping them quite a bit in the first half. We wanted to bring some heat, because they're kind of a high turnover team the way it is, but we wanted to create our own there. And we were trapping in the corners, and we still wanted to trap the second half, but they weren't going there.
Yeah.
They kept the ball pretty high and wide, and I think that really took them out of a lot of passes that they normally make in their zone. So that was fun to see as well.
And they're I don't know what they're shooting for the year, but they're not a great shooting team. They had a few, but you guys did you did a nice job
We did.
except for those doggone rebounds and turnovers. You did a nice job.
We'll get that fixed. I'm so happy for this group. Last night was probably about as low as we've been, this season. And, I gave 3 objectives, 3 things that, we usually write up 5 defensive keys, 5 offensive keys, and the objectives that we need to get done offensively, defensively. We didn't do that today. We put 3 things up there: effort, energy, and execution. And I really think that I know we did those 3 things very, very well tonight. And, I give Shatter a lot of credit because, the record doesn't show it.
But they play hard.
They play hard. Every game I've watched, and I talked last night about, up until this weekend, they were 1-3, but their 3 losses were by, a combined 7 points. And they were and on 2 of those games, they're on last-second shots, and they just compete. And we knew we had to out-effort them, out-energy them, and out-execute them, and we certainly did that. So great response by the league.
What I would do is I would keep that pregame 3 things.
You're right.
And
We
just
will.
write it a little bigger every week.
A little bigger every week.
So it was good. And we talked about it last night. We were both impressed.
Yep.
You more than I, but just impressed about what was going on. And I said, hey, it's their team. They got to figure it out.
Yep.
And they did tonight.
They did.
That's some marking your kids. They
Yep.
got great character.
Yep.
There's no quit. And they're still having fun on the
Yes, they
basketball
are.
floor. It
Yep.
isn't a job. It isn't work. They love the game,
Yep.
and they're going to find out a way to get some good things done. And now you got, 8 games left in this? I don't know what it is. All right, we're 1-0. Let's go
Yep.
get the second
Let's keep
one
going.
and see how it goes.
Yep. They showed the character of a hard rocker tonight.
They did, exactly. Well, Coach, I'm happy for you.
Thank you for what you do. Appreciate the comments.
I love watching your team, and I love watching you coach, and you got great kids.
We haven't talked football in a while. What do you got in the Super Bowl real
I
quick?
got Brady and the Patriots.
Yeah,
They're-
I'm with you.
I want to see him win. I
Yeah.
just for his legacy and be the
Yeah.
best that's ever. I really believe that. And they can say whatever they want about Belichick. Tom Brady is
Yeah.
is the ultimate competitor.
I'm with you. I appreciate greatness like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Well, enjoy the Super
All right,
Bowl.
my man.
And
Have a great
if I don't
weekend.
see you, safe travels. Bring some wins home for the Lady Hard
We'll do
Rockers.
it.
All right.
Thanks
that was
for all you
Coach, you bet. That's Coach Ryan Larson here at halftime of the men's basketball game, where our men at halftime lead the Chadron State Eagles 37-30. The Hard Rockers tonight in the women's basketball game come away with a 60-45 win, giving Coach Larson their 7th win on the season. They're now 4-11 in conference. So it's back to the men's game. Yeah. I'll give you an A+, okay? We're back here with Tom Rudabush. Going to start the second half here. Tom, your thoughts first half?
You know, Hard Rockers played very well. You can't take that much away from them. Their shooting kind of deteriorated the last 5 or 6 minutes of the half, and that cost them on a few possessions, which allowed Chadron to close that 16-point gap to 7. But, you know, Chadron is a much better team than what we saw the first 7 or 8 minutes when the Hard Rockers built up that huge lead. They were 1 of 13 at one point from the floor, so they hit 10 of their last 15 shots in the half. I expect this to be a dogfight in the second half.
No question. And the first 5 minutes of the second half, the Hard Rockers got to maintain this lead or build on it. They can't. If they let Chadron back in the game early, you're right, it's going to be back and forth all night long.
Let's get some scores. Did we get those scores?
Any more new scores?
Recent updates around the RMAC in the women's. Regis 32, Western 32 in the third quarter. Fort Lewis 33, Westminster 29 halftime. Colorado Christian 27, Colorado Mesa 16 in the half. Tie score at Colorado Christian and Pueblo 28 apiece at half. Adams State 28, Dixie State 22. Black Hills State falls to Metro State 69-54. And then Colorado Mesa over New Mexico Highlands 30-17 at halftime.
Thank you, Adam. By the end of the third quarter here, we might have some finals around the RMAC. It's always fun to watch how the other teams in the RMAC are doing.
Especially at this time of the season, we start taking playoff spots, see who's going to be in those playoffs. 8 of the 16 teams in the RMAC make the playoffs. The top 4 teams get the first round seed, first round home game.
The other thing is tonight, Mesa State, the only unbeaten team on the women's side, were trailing by 11 at halftime to Colorado Christian.
Hard Rockers start the second half with the ball as Alec Williams gets the inbounds pass from Mitchell Suker with Logan Ehlers, Troy Brady, and Damani Hayes on the floor. Here's Suker. I'll say one thing, if Mitchell has the same type of half here in the second that he did in the first, the Hard Rockers will win this game. Ehlers misses with the left hand. Jackson coming down the floor. I got a feeling Chadron's going to defend Suker a little differently. Jackson to his far side, hands it off to Champion. Good bounce to pass underneath, but the ball is stripped. And Brady comes up with a steal. Troy leading the team in steals coming into the game with 29. Picks up a steal there. Brady into Ehlers. Ehlers is going to make his move again. And a foul is called. The Chadron player is the one who goes to the floor, Champion. And it is going to be Champion picking up the foul, his first. Logan Ehlers will shoot 2 free throws. He's 73% on the season. 6 points in the first half, 11.6 average on the season.
Champion was talking something to Logan there after the foul. He came by the free throw line. Referees making sure the two are cool about the situation.
And Logan hits both free throws, and the referee and Champion are talking. I didn't see what happened, but...
Well, it was a hard foul.
Okay.
No question about that.
Champion seemed to come out the worst of it as he ended up on the floor. Here's the Jackson getting it to Ruffin. Now they lob it inside to Gavin. He was quiet in the first half, and he misses that right-handed hook shot. He hasn't scored yet in the game. And the Hard Rockers have a 9-point lead here early second half as Williams comes to the front court. Mitchell Zucker, top of the key, too strong, and the rebound, a long one coming out to Jordan Mills. Shadron on the attack. Mills' pass in underneath for the layup. It goes to Gavin, who has his first points of the night. He averages 7.6. 39-32 Hard Rockers. Williams to Ehlers, near side. Flips it to Hayes. Far side now, Brady has it to the basket. Blocked, but it comes to the near side to Williams. Inside to Ehlers. His shot is blocked, and we have a whistle and a jump ball called. And the ball belongs to Shadron State.
It's going to get physical. You can just see it, Tom.
Yep. Here's Ruffin to Mills, up beyond the arc. Champion, Jackson goes around Williams. They dump it inside, and a foul is called as Gavin tried to get the inside shot right near the basket. Troy Brady picks up his third foul.
Yeah, that's not good for the Rockers. I wonder if they're going to let him play or sit him down.
Eagles attack. Out on top it is Mills. Near side to Champion. Here's Gavin. Jump hook with the right hand. Short again. And here comes Damani Hayes to grab the rebound. Alec Williams takes it down into the far corner. Out to Ehlers. Back to Williams. Free throw circle jumper for Alec is good. That's 8 points for Alec Williams, and the Hard Rockers lead 41-32. 17 minutes to play in the game. Champion for the Eagles. Out on top to Mills. He banks in a three-pointer.
You know he didn't call bank on that.
First points of the game for Jordan Mills, a 6'3 junior. That's only his sixth three-pointer of the season. Big three-pointer for the Eagles. Keeps this game close, 6 points. Here's Damani Hayes to Ehlers. Logan can make his move if he wants. He's going to. Here's the jump hook. Wouldn't go in. Gavin gets the rebound. And Colby Jackson works up the floor. Cross court to Champion. Here's a three-point shot. Not good by Jackson. The rebound underneath, and Ruffin is fouled. Jeremy Ruffin will have 2 free throws. Mitchell Zucker gets the foul, his first. Tell you, Eagles are hanging in there, Tom.
They play hard. There's no question about that.
Ruffin at the line is 91% on the season. Well, that's a pretty good free throw shooting percentage for anybody, but usually you don't see big guys like that shoot well from the line. 6'5" is Jeremy. Leads the team, 7.1 rebounds per game. He's even hit a few outside shots. He has 4 three-pointers on the season. Misses the second free throw. But he's going to get it back. We had a lane violation against the Hard Rockers. Who was in the lane?
I think Logan went early.
So he gets a second chance, and that free throw does not go against his record, so he gets to shoot it over. 91%, as we said. Here's Ruffin's free throw. He missed again. How do you like that? 41-36 Hard Rockers. Jacob Anastasi's now in the game for Alec Williams. Fiddler in the game to Zucker to Anastasi. Corner Fiddler for 3. Gone! 14th three-pointer for Jack Fiddler, his first points tonight. Hard Rockers by 8. Coming right back is Gavin.
He did not hesitate, and that was a long hook shot. That was 10-foot hook shot.
44-38. Hard Rockers by 6. Jacob Anastasia, a running 10-footer is good. Anastasi's first points tonight. It's 46-38. Hard Rockers by 8. Mills. Gavin back out for a shot by Champion is good. Both teams are heating up, Tom.
Yep, be back and forth. We just need some stops.
Anastasi's into the front court. Over to Suker, faked the three-point shot. Damani Hayes has it. Hard Rockers leading by 6. Anastasi, pass stolen down the floor for an easy layup and a slam dunk. Champion with authority on that shot.
Boy, Champion saw it play, read that just right, knew where the pass was going, and there was nothing but a big old dunk at the other end.
4-point Hard Rocker lead. Ellers has got the shot there if he wants it. He backs into his man. He's double teamed and fouled. Champion and Ellers again. Champion's going to get the foul, his second. We have a timeout, 14:20 to play. 46-42, Hard Rockers leading. Hard Rockers shooting 44.4%, exactly what Shadron. Both teams, Tom, exactly 16 for 36.
Wow. Adam.
We have one final for you. Colorado Mines 69, New Mexico Highlands 38. They pull off the victory there. And then a halftime score from Spearfish, Black Hills State 27, Metro State 23 at half.
Tom, we were talking about the hook shot moments ago. And of course, it's evolved over the years, but who started or was the first player to really use the hook shot back in the...
Well, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, he was the master of the hook shot. I mean, and he would shoot the hook shot from 15 feet on the baseline. And
Didn't Bill Russell though shoot the hook?
well, he did, but it was nothing as smooth and silky as Kareem's. And you know, Kareem was for a long time was the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA because of that hook shot.
And now it's called, or more or less, it's a offspring of the original hook shot, that kind of jump hook.
Yeah. And it's how you, if you shoot a hook shot correctly, I don't care how small you are, you can get it off against anybody.
Hard Rockers play it inside to Anastasi
Oh,
for a
nice.
left-hand layup.
Tristan Bonita with the great pass, perfect bounce pass.
Yep, great pass by Bonita. Anastasi with 4 in the game now. 48-42, Hard Rockers champion. Not good. Offensive rebound down low and a foul.
See, right now, Shadron State's playing really hard, trying to get back in this basketball game.
Suker picks up his second. Mitchell hasn't scored, Tom, in the second half. Ruffin's free throw is up and in. Jeremy Ruffin with 10 points for Shadron tonight. He's made 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. He's the 91% free throw shooter. 48-43 Rockers. Now it's a 4-point game again. 48-44, near turnover. Hard Rockers Anastasi. Over on the far side to Fiddler. Bonita to Suker, near side to Hayes. Anastasi. Baseline and a slam by Suker. 20 for Mitchell Suker now. 50-44, Hard Rockers by 6.
What a great pass by Jacob Anastasia for that dunk for Suker.
Jacobs had a pretty good game tonight. There's a turnover for Ruffin. Threw it over the head of Sparks, and the Hard Rockers get it back with 13:20 to play. 50-44, Rockers by 6. Bonita comes out. It's now Dixon, Anastasi, Hayes, Zucker, and Fiddler. Wilfred Dixon into the front court. Off to Anastasi. Now to Fiddler. Into Zucker. Reverse layup for a basket.
Just as Mitchell Zucker hasn't scored, he's got 4 straight, Tom.
22 in the game for Zucker. Hard Rockers by 8. Jackson to Ruffin against Zucker. Ruffin got his own rebound. Good defense by Zucker. Jefferson from the far corner. That's short. It comes right into Zucker's hands off the rim. Anastasi breaks out down the near side. Jake into the free throw circle. Comes back out. Hard Rockers with Fiddler to Hayes. Hayes from 15. Rebound foul against Fiddler over the back.
Boy, that was Jack Fiddler. That was just a hustle play, and he got called for a foul.
That was a tough foul.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how you can call that.
Here comes Colby Jackson up the floor. He's been held to 2 free throws tonight. And there's a foul on Shadron.
Wow, he just threw his hip out on that screen. Walker Andrew should get the foul, yeah.
So Andrew gets his first foul. We have a timeout with 11:58 to play. And the Hard Rockers leading 52-44. They led by 7 at halftime. The teams go on the road for the next 2 weekends. They play at New Mexico Highlands next Friday, the 8th of February. On the 9th of February, they're at CSU Pueblo. Then the following week, the 15th of February, a Friday, they're at Shadron State. Saturday, the 16th, at Metro State in Denver. Then we're back, Tom, if you can believe it, for our final 2 games of the season. We always say this, don't we? Seemed like we were just here against the Texas teams, against the Hard Rockers to open the season. Final homestand, Colorado Springs on Friday, February 22nd. And then the final home games of the season will be Colorado Mines for the men. Wouldn't that be something if Mines was still unbeaten at that time?
Yeah, that would be fun.
And then the actual season closes March 1st when the Hard Rocker teams play up at Black Hills State. It's going to be interesting after tonight's action again, just to kind of look at the standings.
Yeah,
it's fun.
This time of year, every week the standings change and the possibilities of who can get in and how they can get in and who, that middle of the road. That's the fun thing about playing in the RMAC with the way the basketball playoff system is set up.
Jacob Anastasi coming into the front court for the Hard Rockers. To Jack Fiddler. And a foul is called. I think that's going to be on Andrew. Walker Andrew just fouled moments ago, gets his second foul. 4 team fouls on the Eagles. Hard Rockers will throw the ball in. Here's Dixon to Fiddler. Inside to Zucker. Look at that. 6 points for Mitchell all of a sudden. 24 in the game. Hard Rockers lead by 10. Jackson. Jackson dribbling the ball against Anastasi, hits Andrew top of the key. Near side it comes to Sparks. Sparks from 10 in the lane. On the floor, Hayes picks up the rebound for Mines. Anastasi down the far side into the front court. Jake has done really well tonight. He's given the Hard Rockers some good minutes here. Here comes Hayes on the near side. Down low, here's Fiddler with a jump hook. He's fouled.
Jack's going to get a couple free throws. Jack plays hard.
This whole Hard Rocker team plays
I know,
hard. You know, like I watched Sucre tonight. You know, you get some of this extracurricular activity, the yapping, but you don't see that from the Hard Rockers very much.
No.
Unless there seems like sometimes you can really be provoked, but Sucre just plays. A lot of these players, that's all they do. They play.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way Eric Glenn is. He's a very nice gentleman. He's got a great family, but he's no nonsense. I mean, it's black and white, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts or something.
This is the way it's going to be. Let's get it done.
And he says what he means and means what he says. And I think that's important for a coach. Fiddler has 5 points. Hard Rockers have built that lead back up to 12, Tom. Here's Jackson. And Sparks has it. Here's Champion to the basket. Offensive rebound. Ruffin gets it, and he's fouled. On the floor, I think it was Logan Ehlers.
Yeah.
His second. Ruffin at the free throw line, 3 out of 4 in the game, and he's got 11 points. He hits that one. He's 4 out of 5 now, but he's 91% coming into the game. Eagles in a very important stretch for them here, I think, this next 3 or 4 minutes to stay in this game. And they're almost out of it if they give up more points. Here's a three-pointer. That's not going to go in, and Sucre rebounds. Hard Rockers with control right now, an 11-point lead, 10:18 to play. Williams. Ehlers.
He's just like a baby bull inside sometimes. He puts his head down and he's going to score.
You know, Logan, we don't talk enough about him either. He's just a kind of again, what a leader in this team. He's very quiet. He doesn't say a lot, but when he says something, you should listen, but he's just consistent in his performance. Good basket there for Ruffin. And a whistle and a foul. 58-47, the Hard Rockers lead, and it's going to go on. The Eagles. Jeremy Ruffin second. 16 fouls in the Eagles. 9:41 to play now. And the Hard Rockers leading 58-47. Dixon, you know, one of the areas, Tom, that we've seen the greatest improvement here over the last month or so has been the offense.
Yep. They're looking to score earlier in their sets.
Here's Williams, sees an opening, stops at the free throw line, then goes up for a shovel layup. Rebound Ehlers, and that's blocked out of bounds by Gavin. Hard Rockers will play it in. They've put the shot clock at 29 now. Is that right, Tom?
No. Well, maybe when Logan got the rebound, there was 1 second went off the clock and the ball went out of bounds.
Alec Williams, a whistle. Williams is down. And let's see here, he's shaken up on the play. That is not something you like to see.
No.
Derek Lisi, the Hard Rocker trainer, is out attending to Alec Williams with 9:17 to play. And the Hard Rockers with a 58-47 lead.
Got another final in the women's basketball in the RMAC. Western State beats Regis 72-58.
What was Western's record in going into that game? 9-5. Okay. So they're 10-5.
Western's got a nice little team.
Any update on that Black Hills men's game? Adam with his magic magic phone.
BH is up 36-28 with 15:52 to go in the ball game.
You know, Alec Williams is up, walking off under his own strength. That's good. You know, Metro was just a powerhouse in D2 basketball about 5-6 years ago. National championship playoffs and everything. They're not that level right now. And I was kind of surprised last night. The Hard Rockers played very well, but Metro wasn't, I guess, as I expected.
They don't have the same players like they used to. When Mike Dunlop was there, they were really good, and they had a international connection, getting international players that was unbelievable.
Speaking of the international connection, here's Logan Ellers out of Australia. He hits his first free throw. He's 3 for 3 tonight. 11 for Logan in the game. And the second one is good. 12 for Logan Ellers. Logan is from New Zealand. Did I say he was from Australia?
Yeah.
Ruffin misses a layup attempt. Rebound, though, by Mills. Another miss. Out of bounds.
Logan had it, just couldn't hang on to it.
Another thing I like about this Hard Rocker team this year, you can see definite improvement in players. They've just, that's what Eric Glenn preaches, is improve a little bit every game. Pass coming out on top to Ruffin. Jackson has it. Jackson, cross-court pass, intercepted by Fiddler. Jack comes up with the steal, and Jacob Anastasi coming up the floor. Wilfred Dixon. I just shake my head. Mitchell Sucker's got 26 points. Hard Rockers by 15. Within a point of their largest lead of the game. 8:11 to play. Here's Gavin. Out to Colby Jackson, back to Gavin against Ellers, who put the body on him nicely. Good defense by Logan. Pass inside, knocked away, and stolen again. Fiddler coming up with his second straight loose ball, and comes up with the turnover. Fiddler top of the key, over to Suker. Ellers. Anastasi. And a baseline foul.
That's a good, quick move by Logan Ellers. He got to the basket in a hurry.
Charles Gavin picks up his third. 18 fouls on Shadron. Hard Rockets right now 49% in the game, 22 out of 45. Shadron just 38%, 17 of 45. Hard Rockers have the edge in rebounding slightly, 29 to 27. And in the turnover battle, only 6 turnovers for the Hard Rockers, 9 for the Eagles here with 7:35 to play. I want to take a moment, and we always hear from different people around the country who listen to our broadcast. On the men's side, the Anastasis down in Arizona. We have the Smiths in Ohio. We have Logan Ellers' friends and relatives in New Zealand listening. The Sukers in Minnesota. And I know there are other people that listen, whether they're relatives or alumni or just people in town, who watch us and appreciate all that, the comments we get or the hellos we get. It's always nice to hear from our listeners.
We got another final in women's basketball. Westminster was down 4 at halftime. They come back and beat Fort Lewis 69-62, so they're going to move to 14-1 in conference.
But how was Mesa coming along?
Haven't got an update in the Mesa State game. See if you go to the Mesa website.
That was a shocker at halftime.
Yeah, by the margin, too. 11 points. Logan hits his first free throw.
Logan's hit 5 of 5 tonight from the line. And there's another free throw. Logan tonight, 14 points. Out on top, it's Jackson. Sparks. In the corner to Jefferson. To Gavin. Against Ellers. I'll tell you, Logan can't play better defense than that. He just was tremendous again.
Christian one.
And it's Stacy. To Hayes. Logan Ellers. Back to Hayes. Into Suker. Baseline, near side. Out on top to Hayes. Damani to the basket, off the glass and in. Damani Hayes has 5. Is there one player on this floor for the Hard Rockers tonight that hasn't played well? The answer is no. Everybody has contributed in one way or the other. Deep, there's a steal by Suker. Suker slams it in.
Boy, he's had a great game. Got a couple dunks, hits a couple three-pointers, makes his free throws.
28 points for Suker in this game, and the Hard Rockers lead by, what is it, 21 points.
Got another final in women's basketball. Mesa State loses to Colorado Christian by 15, 57-42.
What's Christian's record now?
They were 7-7. Now they're 8-7.
That is a big upset.
Yeah.
Mitchell Suker tonight, 10 of 14 from the field, including 3 of 5 three-pointers, 5 of 6 free throws, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks and a steal.
And
sounds like your old stats, Tom, when you were playing.
And he brought 2 cups of coffee for the score table.
Three-pointer miss there by Jefferson. Brady pulls down the rebound off the floor. Alec Williams coming up the floor for the Hard Rockers. Timeout for the School of Mines. .548 to play. This is exciting, Tom, to see this Hard Rocker team kind of take that step.
Yeah, and they're doing it. But I'm not liking the way Alec Williams holding that arm. I doubt he'll play anymore the rest of the game.
Now the Hard Rockers are going to get a severe test now. We'll see this team on the road for the next 4 games.
And as we well know, it is a challenge to go on the road and get some wins. But, you know, the first night out, they're going to play New Mexico Highlands, and they need a payback game. Got another final. UCCS, Colorado Springs, beats Pueblo by 8, 67-59. So Pueblo loses a game they probably thought they could win.
Did we get anything on that Black Hill State men's game?
Any more in the Black Hills game? 38-28. Black Hills is up by 10 with 14:27 to go.
In the game?
Yeah.
I don't want to go overboard, and I don't want to think that they're going to win the national championship, but I'm as excited as a Hard Rocker team as I've been in a long time.
Yeah, I agree. They're solid.
And they're improving. They weren't this team at the start of the year.
No.
And they went through a lot of road games early in the year, and I'm just so impressed. And I told Eric Glenn's done a great job to take over a team 2 weeks before the season starts, and you know, and I don't know. I just am very impressed. Jacob Anastasi is in for Williams, and Jacob's played very well tonight. Here's Troy Brady. to Suker. Suker whips it out to Hayes. Damani works his way to the basket. Shot blocked by Jefferson and the rebound by Haladke. Haladke is going to take it to the basket, feed it down inside, turnaround shot, and great defense by Von Nita on Gavin. What a team effort. I'll tell you, this is just tremendous what we're witnessing this afternoon. Brady, I thought the Hard Rockers got a lot of momentum off last night's win.
Yeah.
Suker. 30 for Suker tonight. 30 points. Haladke. Free throw line jumper, not good by Jefferson. Hayes rebounds. Damani coming up the floor with 4:38 to play, and the Hard Rockers leading by 23. They've given Shadron only 17 points here in the second half. We have a foul.
Who's going to make a call?
They aren't looking over here, Tom, for our help.
That's
So they call it on Damani Hayes, his third. 17th foul on the School of Mines. Shadron gets the ball with 4.5 minutes to play in the game. But it's a 23-point Hard Rocker lead. 70 points for the Hard Rockers.
what a defensive effort by the Hard Rockers.
So that basket by the Eagles make it 70-49. Sparks getting the basket, he has 10 points. Anastasi out to Suker. Suker over to Hayes. And a whistle and a travel call down low against Troy Brady. No, against Von Nita. Well, we're at that stage too, Tom. When you're on the road and play back-to-back days, this is the time of the game where it's just fatigue and frustration and everything comes into play.
I suppose Shadron went home after the Black Hills game.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking maybe they didn't because they probably stayed up in Spearfish. The women come down. I don't know
what they'll do. I mean, it's, 150 miles?
It's about 110 to Shadron from here. It's just 2 hours.
So it was about from Spearfish, 150 miles.
Oh, yeah. It'd be about 3 hours to get home and then have to get right up because the women have to come back.
Yeah.
I'm sure they took one bus.
Yeah, they probably stayed. Their women's team's still over there, so you're right about the one bus.
I know that having first-hand knowledge of it, D2 budgets don't have any extra funds for luxuries.
Yeah.
You know, someday I want to find out the identity of Grubby.
Okay, we can do that.
I've never seen his human face.
Is that right?
Or her human face.
You know who used to be a grubby for a long time? Mike Malone.
That's right. Mike Malone was the grubby for a lot of years.
He was very good grubby. I think he should
Yes, he was.
have stuck with it, Mike. What's up with that if you're out there streaming it?
Here comes Haladke into the front court. Haladke, free throw line, dumps it off to Ruffin, who's fouled, and Suker's going to get the foul. Ruffin gets the basket. And that would be Mitchell Suker's third foul. So Ruffin at the free throw line, he's had a good second half. He's got 8 points. 16 now in the game for Ruffin. But he's only 4 of 6 free throws tonight. Well below his season average of 91%. 3-point play, 70-52. Suker to Ellers. No basket. And a foul before the play.
Zucker's going to go to the foul line then.
Zucker at the line tonight. 5 of 6.
6 to 7. Just
31 points.
Wow. Like you said, he's going to have a nice stat line when this baby's done.
.32 for Mitchell Zucker. Hard Rockers 72, Eagles 52. Haladke into the front court to Ruffin. Back out to Haladke. And they call a foul on Troy Brady. Fourth foul on Troy. So Haladke's going to get a couple of shots as they're in the double bonus. Haladke 1 for 3 now tonight from the line. Haladke gets his second. 19-point Hard Rocker lead, Damani Hayes. Into the front court. Top of the key, Ellers, now to Anastasi. Gets it to Zucker. Over to Brady. Troy's got the three-pointer. Good!
Boy, he hasn't had a shot this half until then, has it?
Team leading 45th three-pointer of the season. Here's Haladke. Brady tonight with 7 now. Fadeaway Sparks from the corner, not good, and Ellers rebounds.
This is about as good as I've seen this team play in 2 games in a week, a complete weekend, Tom.
In how many years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Here's Anastasi. Hayes out on top to Ellers. I mean, they've played some good games over the years, but back-to-back consistent games like this, Ellers lost it, or rather Zucker did, and Sparks throws it up and in. Sparks has 12, and the Eagles want a timeout. Well, with 2:12 left, Tom, they're down by 20. So you're coaching the Eagles right now. Is it a teaching 2 minutes and 12 seconds?
Just tell them to finish the game, play smart, don't do anything stupid.
Hard Rockers, you get Zucker off the floor.
I'd let him play.
See, I'm a firm believer that when you've got the game in hand and you got other players on the bench, that's why you have 12 guys dressed.
Sure.
Why risk a turned ankle? You got 4 important games coming up. With this victory, you're going to put yourself back into position if you can make a run.
That makes sense.
What?
I said that makes a lot of sense, and I know that's hard for you to believe that I said that about what you said.
Did I make a lot of sense? Yes, it is.
But every coach in America, you can be up 20 with 2 minutes to go and you're still not comfortable. Dixie State in the women's game beats Adams 69-54 after being down at half by 6. So a couple teams making comebacks after halftime deficits.
Fiddler on the side is called tied up and a timeout, Hard Rockers. Let me check something out here now. Logan Ellers has got 14 points tonight. He's got 4 rebounds and 5 assists. He leads the team with 5 assists. You don't think if your top assist guy is one of your big men?
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I mean, Logan's not a big post inside.
No, but he's got quick feet. And he's really, since he's been here, has really gotten better with his low post moves and finishing. Used to be he couldn't finish. He'd get the ball inside and take shots, but he really couldn't finish. Now he's finishing.
Jack Fiddler whips it inside to Ellers.
Yeah. Here we go. Now he's going to unload the bench.
16 for Ellers. Hard Rockers shooting 53% in the game. Aladke into Ruffin for a layup. Here's Dixon in the backcourt, and the ball knocked out of bounds, and the Hard Rockers will make several substitutions with 1:30 to play. 77-57 Hard Rockers. Zucker, Ellers, and Anastasi all come out, all played great tonight, all three of those. 32 points for Mitchell Zucker tonight. Here's Wilfred Dixon. Gets it back to Trey Smith. The ball is kicked out of bounds.
Now what are they doing? Well, they got to take a little bit of time off the shot. Well, who's quiet, Tom?
La-di-da, la-di-da. 1:26 to play in the game. You'd think this was the final 3 seconds of the NCAA Division I National Championship game. But they're just trying to do their jobs. They want to take it right. Just like coaches want their players to play out 1:26,
yeah.
The referees want to
Finish
referee.
it out.
Yep. Hard Rockers have it with Trey Smith. Front court. Back out it goes to the Hard Rockers. Have the ball. Good to see Raylan Brown into the game. He doesn't get much playing time for the Hard Rockers. Here's a drive by Trey Smith, and he's blocked with Von Nita. Gets the rebound and basket. There's a whistle down low.
I think Chadron State might be a little shocked.
I would agree with you there. Chadron State came into the game averaging 73.5 points a game. And the Hard Rockers have held them to right now about 17 points below their season average. They've done that with almost every team they've played this season, Tom. Here's Raylan Brown losing the ball in the lane. It's on the floor. They tie up, and there's going to be a jump ball with 3 players on the floor. Jack Fiddler is going to pass it in for the Hard Rockers with 40.6 seconds to play. Fiddler out to Brown. Shot, no. They have to check the shot clock again.
You have got to be kidding me.
What's this now? I want Joel back.
Start a chair.
Seeing if he's not looking at us over there.
Oh, he's dead serious. He's got that AD face on right now.
And he's got to be happy. How many times, Tom, this year we've had a Hard Rocker doubleheader victory?
I don't know. How many have we had?
No, I was asking you.
I don't. I'm not a. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, I can't either right offhand. Well, the non-conference doubleheader wins against Nebraska Christian.
Yeah, that was huge.
Fiddler into Raylan Brown. Guarded by Haladke. And Brown, Haladke's going to get the foul. It's fourth. So Raylan Brown going to the free throw line.
He makes these free throws, his teammates are going to go crazy for him because he doesn't get much time.
He has not scored this year. Oh, look at the free throw rim.
Look at the teammates. This is good. They were all. Come on, Raylan.
Yes. First point of the year. He's only played 14 minutes on the season. Good to see him get that free throw. 80-57. Here's a jumper. Haladki hits it from the free throw circle. Hard Rockers 80, Eagles 59. Smith trying to get the ball in. Does the Dixon back to Smith. Trey coming up the floor. Still in the back court. Now into the front court. Gets it off to Bonita. Brown.
I love those Hard Rockers.
That's it. Very convincing win for the School of Mines tonight. 80-59 over Chadron State. And this is as dominating of a performance against a Division II team that I've seen from the Hard Rocker men.
And a great weekend for the Hard Rocker men. I mean, it's just two good quality wins, give them some momentum to go on the road for the next 4 games. And like you said, Tom, they're getting better every time out. You know, we said before the game about, you know, we had good feelings about it, and I said I expected this team to win. Well, they did exactly what I thought they'd do. They'd come out and play hard, and they were very successful.
Hard Rockers improved to 10-13 overall and 7-8, just a game below 500 now in the RMAC. Chadron is 8-7, just a game ahead of the Hard Rockers, and 10-11 overall on the season. We'll have those final stats here in just a moment.
Got some, Adam, got some more scores.
Adam will have those scores as soon as we wrap up things tonight, Tom, from around the RMAC. Hard Rockers win 80-59. Here's Mitchell Suker's line. 32 points, 11 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 5 3-pointers, 7 of 8 free throws, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 36 minutes, 44 seconds play. But to show he's not perfect,
Yeah.
he had 1 turnover.
Oh, boy, he's going to run on Monday, I'll tell you what.
What a performance for the freshman. Again, you just can't say enough about him, what he's done for the Hard Rocker team, along with all the players this year. But quite an effort tonight for Mitchell Suker. 16 points for Logan Ellers. Logan was 5 of 10 from the floor and 6 of 6 free throws. He had 4 rebounds, but his floor play, he had 5 assists for the Hard Rockers. We had Alec Williams with 8. Troy Brady with 7. Jacob Anastasi is listed here with 7. I had Jacob with 4, but they have him with 7. Hopefully that's the official total. Tristan Bonita 2, Jack Fiddler 2, and Raylan Brown had 1. Total of 80 for the Hard Rockers. For Chadron State, they were led by Jeremy Ruffin with 19 points. He was 7 of 10 from the field and 5 of 7 free throws. 12 for Michael Sparks. He was 5 of 9 from the floor. 10 for Jacob Jefferson, 4 of 7 from the floor. Then Deontay Champion had 5. Charles Gavin had 4. Trey Haladki had 4. Jordan Mills had 3. And Colby Jackson had 2. Total of 59 for Chadron. Hard Rockers were 28 out of 53 in the game for 53%. That included 5 of 12 3-pointers, 42%. Chadron State, 22 out of 55 from the floor for 40%. That included 4 of 13 three-pointers, 31%. Free throw shooting, the Hard Rockers were 19 out of 22 free throws for 86%. Chadron State, 11 of 17 for 65%. Hard Rockers had the edge in rebounding, 35 to 28. Leading the way, Damani Hayes with 8 rebounds. Mitchell Suker and Alec Williams each had 6 rebounds. Logan Ellers, Tristan Von Nita had 4. 28 rebounds for Chadron. They were led by Jeremy Ruffin with 7, and Charles Gavin had 5. Turnovers, both teams took pretty good care of the ball. 11 turnovers for Chadron, only 9 for the School of Mines. Hard Rockers had 42 points in the paint compared to just 24 for Chadron. Bench points favored Chadron 26-12, although the Hard Rocker bench supplied all of its 12 points in the second half. Largest lead of the game for the Hard Rockers was 23. They win by 21, 80 to 59. And just a super win for the School of Mines. Tom, you got to look at the women's game.
The women come away with a 60-45 win over Chadron State. The Lady Hard Rockers were led tonight by senior Taylor Malstead. Taylor had 15 points. She was 8 of 11 from the foul line for some of those 15 points. Sammy Stefik had 14 points. 9 from Michaela Shockley off the bench. 8 for Molly McCabe. 6 apiece for Anna Kambalia and Anna Hagen. And the other story, Melissa Johnston also had 2 for the Hard Rockers. Didn't want to forget Melissa, but also for the Hard Rockers, Anna Hagen, the best rebounding 5'11" foot player in Division II basketball in the country. Anna had 17 rebounds tonight, 6 offensive rebounds of those 17 rebounds. Hard Rockers led by 3 at the end of 1, by 4 at halftime. Put on a surge in the third quarter, outscoring the Chadron by 6, then outscored them by 7 in the fourth quarter, and ended up winning by 15, 60-45. Hard Rockers will move to 7-12 on the year and 4-11 in the RMAC, and now they got to go on the road and play New Mexico Highlands, but should have a lot of confidence going into that Highlands game on the road after what they did to Highlands here at home last weekend, winning by 38 points. Tom, Adam's back. Adam is back. He's going to give us some scores.
Well, thanks, Tom, man. Lots of finals in the women's. Not a whole lot happening in the men's. Men's had a later start tonight. Regis and Western takes on the win 72-58. Westminster takes home another win, moving to 14-1, 69-62. Colorado Christian upsetting Colorado Mesa 57-42. Colorado Springs 67, CSU Pueblo 59. That was a recent final. Dixie State 69, Adams State 54. That's another final. Black Hills State, Metro State takes home the win, 69-54. Colorado Mines 69, New Mexico Highlands 38. Couple of men's updates. Black Hills State is up by 2 points with 6:14, 48-46 over Metro. And Colorado Mines is down by 10 points in New Mexico Highlands, 48-38 with 3:12 in the first half.
Oh, it's going to be a barn burner. Is that game at Highlands? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Well, Mines, of course, unbeaten. Thank you, Adam, very much for those score updates. And Tom, great weekend.
Yep, good weekend, fun weekend. And as always, it's a treat to work basketball games with you, Thomas.
Well, let's get on the record now.
Okay, Duke is going to win the national championship. I've said that how many times?
And they were going to lose one game.
Oh, they were going to go unbeaten, so I was definitely wrong about that. They've got 2 losses, but they're getting better every time. I'll tell you what.
Super Bowl. Adam, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Rams.
Adam is foolish enough to think the Rams are going to win. Okay, Tom, who do you?
Patriots will win.
I believe
They
Patriots
got
will win too.
too much experience, and they're really. He's got this team peaking at the right time, and they're all healthy. And when Gronk is healthy, look out, world. He is good with Brady.
Well, you know, and the Rams, I mean, they're a talented team. If the Rams won the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked. But I just don't like the Rams defense, and I like Tom Brady, and that's my pick.
Yeah, the Rams have a lot of good individual players, but as a pure team, I think the Patriots are just solid all the way around.
Hard Rocker teams head off on the road. They go to New Mexico Highlands now next Friday, and then Colorado State Pueblo on Saturday. Tom, 4 straight games on the road. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I think for the men, if the men can get split on the road, get at least 2, well, they got 2 out of the 4, and if they get 3 out of 4, they'd put them in prime position to get into the postseason tournament. The ladies, they're going to have to maybe provide a mirror. The ladies, if they would have any chance, and things would blow up in the conference, they need to win all 4 on the road.
And we want to remind fans who are listening out of town and fans who may be watching in town or listening, the Hard Rock Club luncheon on Tuesday at 12 noon at the Hard Rocker Hall of Fame here at Christensen Hall of Fame this week. So if you can come out, it's great. You get to hear the coaches talk. You get a great lunch for $5. And those of you out of town, you can watch it because it's streamed live, and you get updates on the Hard Rocker teams. And it should be a fun luncheon this weekend. It's always good to win.
Well, and it'll be fun luncheon because everybody will be upbeat. That's when being a supporter of athletics, it's all about the women, and when you do that, everybody comes together and everybody's happy. So, great job for the Hard Rockers this weekend. Great job tonight for both the men and the women, and it's good to see that. It's really good to see